Now, for similar triangles, we're going to be looking if the triangles are similar. I remember for congruency, we learned a few rules. Remember side, side, side angle, side, angle. Like remember some rules that we learned. Now for similarity, so it's asking state if the triangles in each pair are similar. For similarity, there's only 3 rules that work. One of them is going to be side, side, side. So that means I'm comparing all 3 sides of the triangles. The other one that works is side, angle, side. And then the third one, interesting is that when we talk about similarity, we saw this rule, and then for similarity, it didn't quite work. I remember for similarity, we call it angle, angle, angle. Remember that figure? I remember I showed you guys 2 triangles. One of them was smaller than the other. They looked the same. The angles were the same, but the sizes were different. Now for similarity, well, that's pretty much similar figures. So angle, angle, angle does work. However, we don't need to check all 3 angles. As long as 2 angles are equal, we can pretty much say the third angle is the same, right? Because since all 3 angles have to add up to 180, so we don't have to check all 3 angles. As long as 2 angles are equal, we're fine. So we're not going to call it angle, angle, angle. Instead, we're going to call it angle, angle, right? Just 2 angles. But remember, angles have to be the same. If I'm using angles, angles have to be the same. And if I'm using sides, sides have to be proportional. All right, so let's take a look. Stated the triangles are similar. If so, state how you know they are similar and complete the similarity statement. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I see angle-wise, I see a 39 degrees here and 39 degrees here. So angle-wise, they're the same. Sides, I wonder if they're proportional. Let me check. The numbers from the top figure are 18 and 28. So I'm going to check this to see if these are proportional, 18 and 28. The numbers from the bottom figure are 9 and 14. You might be wondering, how do you know? How do you know which one goes with which? Well, the big number goes with the big number and the small number goes with the small number. That's how I'm going to check. And then I'm just going to cross multiply. I'm checking if my sides are proportional. When I cross multiplied 18 times 14, I get 252. And when I go this other way, 28 times 9, I get 252. Okay, so sides are proportional. Okay, but I think I have enough. Now here, my answer does matter how I answered, okay? The order of the letters does matter. So notice how we start a statement. It says triangle RQP is similar to. Okay, so I'm gonna complete it if the triangles are similar. In this case, they are. I'm gonna say, okay, let me double check one thing. Well, let me mark one thing. My angle R is equal to my angle A. Okay, so I have to do here, order of the letters matter. The letter R on one triangle goes with the letter A of the other triangle. So I'm gonna start this as A. Now, if I say ABC or ACB, the order of the letters matters. So triangle ABC is not the same as triangle ACB. Order matters. So, okay, so I have to see. The first segment was RQ. That's the big side, right? So in my case, let me highlight the big side. So I'm going to say my second letter is B. So this is triangle ABC. If we write ACB, all right, or any ordered way we can write the same letters by a different order, like BAC, CAB, right? Any other order is wrong. Order does matter. So I'm going to say ABC. So triangle RQP is similar to ABC by, okay, which one of the rules that we're using here? I notice that I have two sides in the included angle. See, notice how on each one, what I have marked are two sides in the included angle. Isn't that side angle side? So that's what I'm gonna write. Side angle side. Now, keep in mind, most of my letters are capital letters because they're names, the name of the triangle and the name of a rule. The only word that I did not capitalize was the word by. Triangle RQP is similar to triangle ABC by side angle side. That's what we need to type. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at question number 12. So I see this angle is equal to this angle. And let me mark angle T. You might be wondering, why are you marking angle T? Because the angle T is used on both triangles. If we look at the small triangle, right, TKL, and then we look at the big triangle TSR, notice how I'm using the same angle? So angle T is the same on both. I don't know exactly how big it is, but it is the same. Okay, so I have two angles on each triangle. That's enough because angle is a rule. So the order matters now. TSR. That's a big triangle, right? TSR. And I'm going to write that as TKL. All capitals. Order matters. So TLK is wrong. So TKL by angle. Okay, let's take a look at number 13. One thing I'm going to say is this angle is equal to this angle, right? It might be, why is that angle equal to that angle? Why are you marking it? Remember vertical angle theorem when there's an X, opposite angles are equal? Okay, that's why. Now, on one triangle, I see the numbers 11 and 12. And then the other triangle, I see 23 and 24. I don't know if these two sides are proportional. Let me check. From one figure, I got the numbers 11 and 12. So 11 goes with 23 and 12 goes with 24. The small number with the small number, the big number with the big number. It seems like we're checking if this are similar. It seems I can use side angle side, right? Two sides and the included angle. Seems like I can do that. So let me see if these two are proportional. When I go 11 times 24, I get 264. And when I go 12 times 23, I get 276. Huh, these sides are not proportional. Therefore, I'm just going to say these are not similar. These sides are not proportional, so nope, I'm not going to complete DEF is similar to, because no, it's not similar. All right, let's take a look at number 14. I don't have any angles here, so it seems like I'm going to try to go for side, side, side. How do I do side, side, side? Well, I have to check all three sides. From the figure on the top, let me write them from small to large. My measurements are 15, 24, and 27. From the other triangle, my measurements are 25, 40, and 45. Notice I went from small to large. Okay. Now, let me see if these sides are proportional. I can simplify my fractions. That way I check them all at once. But if I use cross multiply, I can only check two fractions at a time. Let me check here. 15 times 40. 15 times 40 is 600. 24 times 25. That is 600. Okay. So the first two fractions are similar. First two. I gotta check if the third one is proportional as well. Okay. So that was just my work on that one. Now here, let me check this way. 24 times 45 is 1080. You might be wondering, I didn't get the same thing on the other side. That's when we were checking the first two fractions. Now I'm not dealing with the first fraction. I'm dealing with the last two. So my numbers will be different. And then here, 27 times 40. And I get 1080. Yep, I got the same. So my sides are proportional. So cool. That means I can use all three sides. Now ABC, okay. Which one is ABC? The big triangle, right? You notice I started at A. Order matters. A, and then I go to B, and then I went to C. Ooh, so it seems like I use the smallest side and the medium side. I'm not using the big side. So that's those two sides. Okay. Where did I start? Okay, so I crossed the small side first and then the medium side. So that means I started from over here. So I'm gonna complete this as AML. So triangle ABC, similar to triangle AML by side, side, side. I showed you all three rules. Side, 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 angle, angle. And there's obviously not similar as well.